Okay, hey guys. A bit of a break between the last video and this one. We have seen getting the global feed in our app. We can see the app coming up, and we can do sign in. We can do a at cb.lk and a at cb.lk like that, and we're able to sign in. Now what we need to do is handle all these navbar objects. So if you go to new post settings and the username, it should show certain things. Let's take a look at the finished project, in which case when you go to the new article page, you should be able to start a new article. If you go to the settings page, we should be able to start edit our profile details. Let's go and just do the Arnava project. What we'll do is first of all take the navbar view, and so it's going to be components and app navbar. In the app navbar, if we have like the settings page, so we'll just change all of these a nav links into router links now, and we'll add like the router layer for that as well. So router, we have like the settings page we have, and we have like for the editor page, we will do is go to a path, path is going to be /editor. I think that's what the path is. When I go to new article, it goes to like the editor path. I will give it a name, editor, and of course the component is going to be views/editor.view. Okay. We'll create the appropriate router links for that. Here we will take this ahref link and change it into something like this. We'll turn it into a router link. The router link would contain a new post thing out here. So new article, I think the demo website says new article, so let's just call it new article. And there should be router link to /editor. Okay, and remove this thing from the path. Okay, we'll do the same thing for settings. We will change like also need to write it as nav link. Okay, so with settings also a router link, change the href to 2 and go to /settings. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's open our website. So now when we sign in, a at cb.lk, a at cb.lk. Yeah, you sign in, we have new article settings. If you go to the new article page, the article page opens up. If you go to the settings page, so the settings page opens up. Now, of course, in the settings page, we now want to show the details about the current user out here. So is the user object available right now? We can just go to our view so VueJS contains the user object, and we're going to show the bio and the name and all that stuff from this object out here. So for that, what we'll do is just like we have done in the navbar, we have gotten access to the username as import users from the users module right here. So in the same way, we will just import the user module in the settings page as well. So first of all, turn to script Typescript type. The class name is gonna be settings, and that's it. Okay, so import this import user from store/modules/users, and we'll have I don't know, like get user return users.user. Okay, so let's just put all this stuff here. Input type, which is for the URL of the profile picture, if something exists. So it's gonna be like, we'll put value like this, vbind value. Okay, or I think, sorry, I will put this v model instead. V model equal to user dot so what are the data that we have? We've got image. Okay, user dot image. The second one is for the name, so name would be again a v model for user dot I don't know, we have got name somewhere. Yeah, username. Okay, so username. Then we have a bio path, which again I'm gonna do a v model here equal to user dot bio. Okay, let's open the page. See, yeah, I can see my username coming up here, the bio, the email. Let's put the email as well in place. V model user dot email, and there we go. Okay, password, of course we are not going to set the password here, which of course does not happen in this case either. The password is always going to be empty. If somebody enters a new password, we're going to submit that password to the backend. Okay. Next, what we want to do is when we click on update settings, we want some action to be triggered. So how to update the user object is like if I write something like, I don't know, take my Twitter image, twitter.com/champion swimmer, go to my profile image, copy image location, paste that here, update settings, and yeah, my username gets my photo like this. Okay, let's start do something like that here also in my project. We need to check out the API. So post on API / user. If I do a post request on how to update the user, update user. Okay, put request on API / user. We would be like making these changes. Email, bio, image, these are things that it accepts. So let's start building that. Let's go to our store, API, update user. We'll do export async function, update user. Update user will take like an object of data type which contains email, username, password, image, and bio. Okay, so I think models / user would be perfect for this. So this would take an user of user data type. User data type is email. Okay, it's different object. We can pass email, username, password, image, and bio. Let's do is export interface user for update. So in that case, there's going to be email with question mark because all of the fields are optional in this case. So email and username and bio, again a string. Password is again a string, and finally I think image. Okay, user for update. So let's user for update. We're gonna do const response equal to await conduit API dot put on. So the path is going to be /user, and the data is going to be this user object out here. Okay, and we'll then do return response dot data as a user because the response is always of the user data type. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna do conduit API dot put user object in which we'll make put request to user and return the user object, update user. Okay, let's go to the users module, and we can create like a mutation action for this. A mutation action which is gonna be update self profile, which takes user updates fields of type user for update, and it does is const profile const user equal to await, and we're gonna do what this thing update user. I have to import update user. We're gonna pass the user update fields into that, and then we're gonna return we're gonna return this user object, so it's gonna update the user object here. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what I want. Yeah, I guess that should be able to do what I need. We can call update self profile, pass these fields, and yeah, the user object will be updated. The user object is fetched, it's set here. So when we click on like in the settings page, there's a button for this update settings button, and click. We'll call a user profile function. Okay, this user profile function, we will just create one, update profile, make it async, right? What we'll do is await users dot update self profile, and then we need to pass an object, and this object, what we're gonna pass is sorry, yeah, so we're gonna pass so email is gonna be user dot email, right? And user dot bio. Okay, so let's just see if I can update the email and the bio in the first place. We'll async and await on this. Okay, so let's go here. Settings page. Let me just refresh this page. Probably have some errors here. User is null. Oh, I think if the user is null, in that case, we can pass an empty object in that case, something like that. Okay, yeah, we can pass like an empty object in that case, because somebody's not logged in. What we should ideally do is, if the user object is not available, we should not open the settings page at all. We can do that in the router. We're gonna see how we can change that in the router itself. For now, what we'll do is just sign in first, where a at cb.lk, at cb.lk, sign in. Yeah, we signed in. Go to the settings page. We have like stuff from my settings page. Let me like change what are things. Bio I can change. This is nice guy, something like that. Okay, update settings. So this does not work because what happens is, like, the Vue model that I'm using has a bit of a problem. I am using a getter and I cannot set things inside a getter. Instead, what we'll do is we will do user equal to users.user, or an empty object, and when the update profile function has run, we'll do const user equal to await users dot update self profile, and then we will do this dot user equal to user. Okay, after we have done the update, because we can't set data into a getter object like that. Okay, so in fact we can do is user equal to an empty object, something like this, user equal to null, and then we do when it is created, at that point of time we'll do this dot user equal to users dot user. Okay, so yep, we can set like this and make the data type user or null. Okay, I have lang equal to just import this data type, import user from slash it's gonna be store slash models. Okay, what does update self profile return? It returns oh, it does not return anything. We will change instead await on that, and this dot user equal to okay, maybe we can do like this, make it a partial of user, because all the data points of user might not exist. Make it an empty object. Okay, this dot user equal to users dot user, or an empty object. And yeah, so this dot user dot email, this dot user dot bio, and this dot user equal to users dot user. Okay, or an empty object. Okay, yeah, so make sure that all the data types are correct or not. Let's see now. Let's refresh the page. Let's sign in. A at cb.lk. Let's remove all the errors. A at sign in, and then we go to the settings page. So I've got let's check network request. If we go to the settings page, currently we're getting an error here, unauthorized, when we make like conduit or production ready API slash user. If I want to update my own details, I'm getting a unauthorized error, because I know, I think params headers, did I not send the token here? I think the token was not sent. So yeah, this needs to be an authenticated request. So set JWT, have we not done the set JWT part here? Okay, so somebody does a login. I think we can do this set JWT and pass user dot token inside that. I think this should save the token internally. Let me just try that out again. Sign in page. Let's remove the logs a at cb.lk. Okay, yep, I think things are better now. Let's go to the settings page. Yep. So you should not be calling update self profile by default. I think created update profile. Okay, why is the update self profile getting called automatically? We'll just have to check. It should not happen by default, but yeah, okay, we'll just check why that's happening. Let's remove this part of the code for a second, and Okay. Yep. So let's just work on the updating part in the next video. So we got like the settings page created properly, and we have got like our token, so we're getting all the requests correctly done right now. For now, we'll work on the update profile part in the in the next video. Okay.